What up, guys?
We are changing the fork on Tyler's bike.
We're gonna put that Bucklos LUTU air fork on Tyler's bike finally. We've been sitting on this project for a few weeks. We've just had a busy few weeks, so we haven't gotten to it, but this is an old Trek Marlin 5 probably, with a very rusty, old, dirty fork that needs to be basically replaced. So we're gonna strip everything down. We're gonna get the headset changed out, get everything put back on here, and we may even see if we need to change the handlebars, because these handlebars are really narrow. But we'll put it all back on and see what we think, and we'll take you guys along for the ride. So let's tear it down. All right, so yeah, you should probably be with 4s and 5s to get these off, 4 and 5 millimeters. Take the grips off, then the shifters and the brakes. And Tyler, you can do that side. Andrew, you can do this side, and you guys can flip back and forth. Did you loosen up the top 2 bolt here?
No.
Okay.
Do you have to take it all the way out?
Yep, this one has to come all the way out. Okay. Boom. Let's keep all these pieces together. We're gonna need to put some of them back. Okay, this is where I always get caught off guard because it just all of a sudden wants to fall when I'm not ready for it.
I see bearings.
Yep.
You want the handlebars to turn?
Okay. And that's also a top piece. So Andrew, you got all the top pieces. Okay. Put those to one side so we don't lose those. Okay, the next problem is the bike stand is going to tip over because we don't have it laid right. So, alright, there we go. We're weighted much better now. Now, if we take a look here, we've got all the bearings here on this side, and the bearings on the bottom side are actually stuck on the old fork. So what we need to do is we need to take the bearings off the old fork and the crown race and put them on the new fork. And then we're ready to mount. That's how quick it goes. Although these are really kind of dirty and greasy, so Ty, if you'll do me a favor and go get a rag, we'll clean these up and re-grease these before we put them back together.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the bearings that we need to clean up. We need to be careful because those can come out.
Yes,
Okay.
we've had that happen.
This goes underneath the bearing, so I'm going to kind of put these in order. And then here is the crown race. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's this piece right here. We got to get this piece off.
Yep.
Okay.
We've done this quite a few times, and it's very annoying.
It is very annoying. This is the
Flathead screwdriver and hammer.
the nice thing about this fork compared to the new fork is it's got these like screwdriver markings where you're meant, where it's like it helps you to get these off. The new one does not think of that through very well. And so I'm using a screwdriver I don't care about since I broke it last time. Oh,
Like that.
you gotta be kidding me. So I guess for Father's Day, you guys could get me some new screwdrivers.
There it goes.
There we go.
And we didn't have to use the rag.
Yep. Okay, so that's what we were after. We'll just clean that up.
Didn't have to use.
So this is what's gonna go on the fork first. Bring in the new fork. And this is just gonna sit right on top. You can see the problem here is that it has to get seated on there nice and tight. So that's our next job. That takes a little bit of finessing with a rag and a hammer and a screwdriver, and we'll do that next. This is our new star nut, and this is our steer tube. We've got to get this star nut driven down in here level so that this can be sucked into the steer tube, right? Into the headset. So the socket method is this. We get a small socket, so it's got like a 1/4 inch drive down there. This will hold in there. So what we do is we just drop that down in there, put it in here, and we just tighten it in. Okay, that's nice and tight. The tape is our gauge for how deep we want to go. So now we're just going to put it right here on this like that. And we're going to get the hammer and we're going to just tap it down in there until it's in far enough. This is my first time doing this, by the way. This is a total hack job. I think there's probably a better way, but I've seen this on the internet. So what could go wrong? Okay, Tyler, your job is to see if we're deep enough. And if we're straight. Now we're deep enough, but we're not straight.
On this side.
We stick that back in. Pull the wrench out. Sorry, pull the socket out. And the nut.
Reflexes.
And we're ready to go. There we go. You have that one back. A common mistake I've seen and I've had to help people out with is they tighten these in the wrong order. So you really want to do the top, this top nut first, because it sucks everything together before you do these pinch bolts on the side. If you do it in the wrong order, you'll get a lot of play.
What's that?
Like what you're seeing right now.
And we do not want slack here. And it still turns. Woohoo! Now to put all the shifters, brakes, and grips.